Vinyl have just released Ask Vinyl. So for anyone that's not familiar, Vinyl is a note taker AI app specifically for accounting firms. And while previously it's done most of the stuff that you'd expect from a note taker, it's going to sit in your meetings, it's going to give you a transcript and then give you some insights out the back of it. They've gone one step further with this and added now an interface where you can start asking Vinyl for insights and data across all of your meetings and all of the other things that you've got in there, which I think is great for two reasons. One, I don't use Vinyl personally because obviously I'm not an accountant, but I've started really using ClickUp quite significantly lately, and that's got my note taker in it and it's got a big brain LLM, so I can just ask it loads of questions about things that are going on. Like, I've got a meeting coming up with so-and-so this afternoon. Go back and look at the last couple of meeting notes and help me with meeting prep and things like that. Really, really helpful for productivity. But the other side of it, as you guys will know very well, the onboarding process for new clients in accounting firms is very, very cumbersome. Very challenging, very time consuming at a point you can't really charge for it. And so I think there's a really nice opportunity here to grab some of these insights out of these initial client meetings, try and get that in a format that you can push it into a proposal product or something like that, and really try and ease off that initial onboarding process. What do you guys think of that? Have you seen that in practice at all working?
I wouldn't say I've seen it in practice yet. I think obviously Vinyl are putting themselves at the cutting edge of what's possible.
Yeah.
So the obviously there's two angles that they've got here. They've got the data they're capturing and then the insights that come from that, but the integrations then into the practice management solutions that enable that automation. And they're kind of developing both at the same time. I think the ability to ask, interrogate is really good. What I like, and I don't know if they've talked about this, but I know that this is an example when Jordan Vickery mentioned it at a conference last year sometime, is that you can ask questions across all of your meetings, so all of your clients, if you're rolling this out effectively, to go, when did we talk about this specific piece of legislation? Because I've had it in an accountancy firm where all of the partners and managers are advising their clients on something. And then at some point, someone in the team goes, you are aware that what we've been telling people is wrong, right? And then there's mass panic. And it's like, how do we update our clients on this? Who's been exposed to it? Well, now actually, you can just ask that question across your meeting notes and get back the exact clients that you have said that information to, and then specifically tailor or target them rather than the really awkward apologetic email that you send out to everyone going, if we have advised you of this, please be aware. So this is, I think, is one of those brilliant things that not only are you doing that for rectification, but also for spotting potential opportunities. No, like an example that I have when talking to lots of firms. So, okay, we feel that digital is a need. We need to start exploring it, but we have no idea how many clients might be open to this conversation. You'll be able to get those insights directly from a tool where you can interrogate those meetings. But the number one thing you have to do is record those meetings in the first place. And then the majority of firms are not doing that in a standardized or consistent way. Maybe one partner's doing it and they go, yeah, we use a meeting note taker. No, this has to be everyone that's having those advisory meetings with your clients, and it needs to be standardized and structured, because we do this for compliance. We don't do this for advisory. We need to, as a profession, start moving to that way of structuring and creating a format around all our advisory processes.
Absolutely. And aside from client interactions, you can also capture in Vinyl internal meetings as well. And so there's a really nice use case that Jordan's put on his post around going through the last 22 demos of Vinyl and then using that to create some SOPs and standard operating procedures and stuff like that. John, you must find a real pain with all the different operating procedures and processes across different firms. This must be a godsend, right? If you can start to use a tool to standardize it.
Yeah, totally agree. And to be fair, Vinyl aren't the first to kind of think about that. We've seen a few tools that help you capture workflows and processes, in a more automated fashion, and to help build up either SOPs, playbooks, or help and support training guides. So anything that helps like that is definitely useful. I think that's just what we're going to see more and more, like the standardization of this come through, with products like this.